Hi, my name is Katie Halchisick. I'm the owner of Natural Model Management in Los Angeles and the founder of Healthy is the New Skinny and our nonprofit, which is Perfectly Unperfected. I created natural models to kind of represent that medium size model because I had my personal experience in the industry was starting as a plus size model, being an athlete. I played volleyball and basketball for 9 years. So I was very fit, but I was larger. I was probably like a size 12. And when I went to New York, they were like, oh, you're great, but can you gain weight? And I thought that was so weird because that is not what a 17-year-old wants to hear. First to be called plus size and then to be told to gain weight. And so because I went to college, I had gained the freshman 20 because no one taught me nutrition. And from there, I started working a lot because I was now a size 14. And I started to make, six figures at 18 years old. And I thought that was the happiness that I was looking for. And as a young girl, you're told will make you feel valued. And so when that happened and I didn't feel that happiness and I didn't really feel that value I was searching for, I really wanted to find it in my health because I knew at the end of the day I wasn't happy with my body. I didn't feel healthy. I didn't feel like I was at a natural weight for my body. I was doing that so that I could work. And I got to the point where that wasn't worth it enough for me. So I lost 50 pounds after learning how to eat right and to just totally change my lifestyle to be more active. I'm so much happier because I just feel so much stronger about myself, both physically and mentally. And I feel confident in how I look, and I think that this is the best place for my body. I'm now about a size 8. So from that experience, I went into the agency and I worked all the time, and then I lost almost all my clients. So I got frustrated because it didn't make any sense to me to say, wait, I look my best. Like I look so much better than I did when I was making that amount of money that like why wouldn't I be working now? And that's when they were like, well, you can lose 4 more inches off your hip, which is impossible. So I just got really frustrated, and I know that so many other girls were going through the same thing, and I decided instead of sitting at home and complaining about it, I would try and be a part of the solution. So I created natural models to kind of represent that happy medium that isn't too far forgotten. There were the supermodels that had this exact same body type that were ruling the world at one point, and I was curious as to why that had disappeared, and natural models is our effort to bring that back.
I'm Alex Ferguson. I'm 22 years old. I'm a model with Natural Models, and I also work for Healthy is the New Skinny. And I'm from Southern Indiana. I'm really happy with what I am at now, but for me to model fully plus, I would probably have to gain 30 pounds, and to model for straight size, I would probably have to lose about that as well. So either way, it's extreme for me to do both. And so as a size 8 model, I find I don't get very much work because I'm normal size and they want both extremes.
To find a balance in life is what I think is really important in beauty and body image, is just finding a balance that it's not extreme.
I just think that that's what this industry tries to do, is to make people feel like they're not good enough and that you'll only be as successful as they allow you to be, and that's just not the case.
When I envision a modeling industry or fashion industry, I envision women of different shapes and sizes. I envision women, there again, being celebrated and not just pinpointed to one size or one style of woman, tall, slender. Those are beautiful. I have nothing, those are beautiful. But I think there's also women that are curvy, that are 14, that are 10, different sizes, tall, medium, short. I think women are beautiful. And I would love to see a fashion industry that really, really shows that.
To make yourself smaller than you are or bigger than you are to fit some industry standard or what people think you should be is making, I think, women less than they are. You don't need to be defined by your size or by the fashion world as a plus size or straight size. This is where I shop, this is the section I shop. We keep them separate. I think women aren't as cut and dry as that, and to break them down is so simple and isn't validating towards women or healthy for their body image for young women.
So just being a healthy, normal girl is hard for me to be modeling on each side But as far as being an example for other girls, I feel like my weight and my size is pretty good for that.
So in the fashion industry, as far as modeling goes, I'm not considered straight size, but I'm also not considered plus size. I sit somewhere in the middle at a size 8, which is really difficult because then you're kind of floating in, no man's land, and no one wants to use you because you're not skinny enough, but no one wants to use you because you're not fat enough, and no one ever says, oh look, this girl's at her healthy weight, she looks great, she's fit, we can use her. No one ever thinks that way, which is what Healthy is the New Skinny is trying to do, is show girls and show the media that when you're at your healthy weight and you're fit and you look good and you feel good, as long as you're healthy, you're active, and you're fit, whatever size you fall into, that's the size you should be. I don't think that anyone should be bashing someone because they're a size 2, because they could very well naturally be that size. And no one should be bashing a beautiful woman that's a size 14 because she could naturally just be that size.
Healthy is the New Skinny was started to give girls and women an example of positive body image and that healthy looking girl. So Healthy is the New Skinny does that by showing all different body types on models, because in the industry you see extremes where it's either really plus or really thin, and so most of our models are, all of our models are healthy at different sizes.
Well, what I love so much about Healthy is the New Skinny is that they push for a healthy figure, a healthy, happy, fit figure. It's not saying we want you to be overweight so that you can model. It's not saying we want you to be underweight so you can model. It's saying Natural Models represents women at their healthy, fit size.
I wish there was more of a middle size model place for models to shoot and be embraced. The more I've been shooting, the more I've been aware of just embracing my body type as what I was born with, and not trying to be thinner or bigger or whatever it may be, just to be me, and to be embraced for that has been amazing.
So it would just make sense to me that you would use plus sizes to model plus size clothing, and you would use more girls that are in the medium size for the women's clothing to model the women's, because in the US girls are not 5'11" and a size 0. They're just not. So to use a little bit of a fuller size I think would look great, and I think it'd be more relatable to women who are trying to buy clothes.
Since I moved to Los Angeles, one of my aims and one thing I want to really dedicate myself to is to work more and more with plus size models and promote more, moving towards finding a balance.
I love that web embraces women of all sizes, which I think is very important, and I'm hoping that it's going to become more of an interesting trend in the future.
I like what Webb is doing, going kind of outside of the box, what he originally was doing with photographing straight size models. It gives a new perspective on the normal size models and plus size models, and I think that it could influence other photographers to branch out of what is considered the standards of the industry, to go outside of that and show a new light on the healthy body type and the curvier woman. So I really like what he's doing.
And just be who you are in the end of the day, because that's when you're the most beautiful.